Just recently, I messed up big time and didn't even know I messed up big time. I got to a service at a church, got there late. And so as I got there late, I'm looking in the windows to see how I can get in a little without making much fuss. And so I looked in and I knew better, but I wasn't thinking in the moment and saw there was a seat right in the back. And so I opened the door and stepped inside and sat down. The problem was I used the center aisle door. And someone came and corrected me. Someone came over in the middle of the service. Someone came over and said, we don't use the center aisle. And I knew that. But why don't we use the center aisle, right? Like, it's this thing, like, why does this matter? Why is a visitor at a church being corrected within a minute and a half of being there because they went in a door that we'd rather you not go in with no sign or no usher telling you not to go in? But I didn't know it. I just decided not to do it. We all have these things. Every church has these things. So we're not going to act like we don't have any as we sit here right now. There's somebody doing something in this room right now that probably makes somebody else a little bit uncomfortable. There's somebody wearing something that shouldn't be worn to church. There's somebody doing something that shouldn't be done at church. There's somebody who came in when they shouldn't have come in at church. Like, there's something going on in all of our hearts right now. And these are the things that we've added to that have nothing to do with God because they have never come from him in the first place. See, here's the truth. The man was not breaking the law, but he was breaking tradition. And here's the hardest part for a lot of us. Tradition must be broken when we forget that it was man-made and not God-spoken. Tradition's fine. Tradition's good. But when tradition is allowed to sit next to the truth of God's word, it has to come down because it's already been exalted higher than it belonged. So the man answers the leaders, why are you? They don't even ask. They say, it's not lawful. And the man says, the man who healed me, that man said to me, take up your bed and walk. Have you ever noticed how similar his answer sounds to Genesis chapter 3, verse 12? When God asked Adam if he had eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and Adam said, the woman whom you gave me. See, unlike the woman with the issue of blood, this man doesn't tell his story. He doesn't glorify Jesus. Instead, he blames Jesus in an effort to try to protect himself. Months from now, we'll get to another story in John 9 that completely contrasts this when Jesus heals another man on the Sabbath and the way that man responds versus the way this man does. So then the leaders ask the man, who is the man who said to you, take up your bed and walk? But John tells us that the man didn't know who Jesus was because Jesus withdrew from the crowd. So Jesus purposely made sure the man didn't know. Jesus was building toward this conversation, toward this confrontation the entire time that he was doing everything that he was doing. He works to confront our hearts. We work to have peace. How many people are trying to protect your peace, keep your peace? If it costs your peace, it's too much. And Jesus is saying, I am going to stir and mess up your peace every chance I get. Because if it's not found in me, it's not actually peace. It's actually keeping you from something rather than keeping something from you.